President Félix Faure of France, photographed in 1895, served from 1895 until his sudden death in 1899. Though remembered for his role in the Dreyfus affair, his legacy is often overshadowed by scandal. Reports that he died during a sexual encounter, a tale that turned his passing into one of history's most infamous political anecdotes. Painted in 1899 by Léon Bonnat, this portrait shows Marguerite Steinheil, also known as the Lady Abinger. She was a Frenchwoman known for her many love affairs with important men. She was present at the death of President Félix Faure, who was rumored to have died after having a seizure while allegedly having sex with her. She was later tried for the murders of her husband and mother, but was acquitted. John Josefsen Porsanger, photographed in Berlin in 1879, was the leader of a Sami group featured in an ethnographic exhibition displaying indigenous peoples from around the world. Such shows reflected 19th-century fascination with exotic cultures, yet also underscored the exploitation and stereotypes faced by Sami communities in Europe. German Field Marshal August von Mackensen, photographed circa 1915, was one of Germany's most respected military leaders of World War I. Known for his black uniform and cavalry background, he commanded major campaigns in the East. A lifelong monarchist, he lived until 1945, witnessing both world wars and the fall of the empire he once served. Lieutenant Erwin Rommel, photographed in 1917 after the Battle of Caporetto in Italy, wears the Pour le Mérite, Germany's highest military honor of World War I. His bold tactics during the battle won acclaim, foreshadowing his later fame as the Desert Fox in World War II. The image captures him at the start of his legendary career. A young Tibetan woman from Darjeeling, northern India, photographed in the 1920s. Her traditional attire reflects the rich cultural blend of the Himalayan region, where Tibetan, Indian, and British influences intersected. The portrait preserves dignity and identity at a time when photography brought global attention to indigenous communities. Toni Frissell was an American photographer celebrated for her fashion, portrait, and wartime images. She worked for Vogue and Harper's Bazaar before volunteering as an official photographer for the Red Cross and U.S. Army Air Forces in World War II, capturing striking moments of beauty, resilience, and humanity. Frank Costello, in 1952, was an Italian-American mob boss known as the Prime Minister of the Underworld for his political influence. A key figure in organized crime, he led the Luciano crime family and shaped U.S. gambling operations before testifying at the Kefauver hearings, where his power began to wane. Gail Russell was an American actress whose beauty and vulnerability made her a star of 1940s Hollywood. She appeared in films such as The Uninvited, 1944, and Angel and the Bad Man, 1947. Despite talent and success, her career was overshadowed by personal struggles, yet she remains remembered as a poignant figure of classic cinema. A French girl smiles happily while holding her cat in 1959, capturing a tender moment of companionship. The photograph reflects the simple joys of post-war life, when families embraced peace, comfort, and everyday pleasures. A Turkish soldier reads comics with a young Korean girl in 1952 during the Korean War. Turkey, a UN member, sent thousands of troops to aid South Korea. The tender scene contrasts the conflict's violence with moments of humanity, reflecting friendship, cultural exchange, and compassion forged amid the hardships of war. Legendary American jazz saxophonist and composer John Coltrane, photographed with his saxophone in 1964 by Chuck Stewart. A pioneering figure in modern jazz, Coltrane pushed the boundaries of improvisation and spirituality in music, creating timeless works such as A Love Supreme that continue to inspire musicians worldwide. Clark Gable, known as the King of Hollywood, was an American actor whose charisma and rugged charm made him a screen legend. Best remembered for his role as Rhett Butler in Gone with the Wind, 1939, he starred in classics across 3 decades, leaving an enduring mark on Golden Age cinema. Australian and New Zealand personnel examine a CAC Boomerang fighter at Piva Airfield, Torokina, Bougainville, Solomon Islands, circa January 1945. The Boomerang, built in Australia, served as a versatile fighter and ground attack aircraft. The scene reflects Allied cooperation in the Pacific and the resourcefulness of wartime innovation. A traffic cop operates a manually controlled signal in Philadelphia, 1922. Before modern lights, officers directed growing automobile traffic with mechanical signs. The image reflects the rapid changes of urban life in the early 20th century, when cities adapted to cars, congestion, and the evolving demands of modern transportation.